Hi all, how you doing today? Today more than ever, parents are challenged with raising their kids because the world is changing quickly and fast every day, especially Christian parents. Every day we are faced with a challenge of bringing up men and women of God, boys and girls who love Christ, boys and girls who want to look cool but in a Christian way. So how can we make Christianity enticing for our teenagers? Before I give us the points that I have prepared today, I want to ask us that question. How are we making Christianity enticing for our teenagers? How are we preparing them for the world in which they live in? So here are my points. The first one is make faith fun, not forced. When we have our Bible devotions, do we just bring the Bible, read a chapter or verse, pray, and then everybody goes? Do we maybe elicit answers from our teenagers when we have Bible study? For example, you can ask, what do you think about that character? What do you think God is saying there? How do you feel about what happened here? We elicit answers from them. We knock, touch. We knock on their curiosity. We allow them to speak, even if they are not saying the right thing. We encourage them. That way, Bible devotions or prayer time is more exciting because we are not just pouring into them. We are also allowing them to express themselves and say what they think. Number two, listen to Christian music with them or watch Christian movies with them as well. That way you can have some conversations because of those things, and then you can have something that you can always talk about at different times. You can also watch other movies with them. That way it would give you topics to discuss with them. It will be like a time where you are actually spending with them and also together gathering information and getting some subject ideas to talk about. Number three, pray with them, not just for them. Prayers do not always have to be long prayers. You can just pray with them before they go to for their football games. You can pray with them before they go to school, before they step out the door, before they go to bed. It becomes a habit. They see every time that prayer is now a lifestyle. It is not forced. It is just those little things, little times you pray together before everybody moves away. That way they can see that it's a habit and it's part of living as a Christian. Moving further, admit it when you mess up. Nothing earns respect faster than humility. Let grace start at home. Say I'm sorry. Say I was wrong. I didn't mean to do it. That way, your teenager do not see you as they don't see you as someone who is far from them. They see that you are also imperfect. And when they do something as well, it will be easier for them to also apologize. And I'm telling you, when we live like this with our teenagers, it also helps reduce this natural arrogance that they tend to have at that age. So say you're sorry when something happens, and then go on ahead and correct yourself and point it out that you did something wrong. It doesn't take anything away from us when we actually apologize. Moving on further, serve together with your teenagers, not just on Sunday morning. You can cook and take to someone. You can let them join ministries in church. You can also, help them to join ministries where their gifts are actually needed, maybe in music, in IT, in greeting, in children's ministry. Encourage them early to start serving. A disciple, unless in rare cases, does not just wake up one day and become a disciple. It's a steady process. For example, remember Joshua? He was always with Moses, and when Moses was no longer there, it was easy for him to fit into Moses' shoes because he had been there all along. So let us take our teenagers to anything that we are doing, be it prayer meetings or anything. It becomes a habit for them. Then it is not strange for them to see it. Create safe conversations. Create safe conversation zones for them. Let your teenagers ask hard questions about faith with confidence. Don't shoo them off. Let them ask questions, those hard ones, like, for example, why is there evil in the world? If God is love, why do we have death? Why do we have sin? Why do we have evil people? Let them ask those difficult questions. Did God really make the world? What about evolution? Help them to understand. And if you don't know something that they ask you, then let us not act as if we know everything. We can tell them, okay, let us research the Bible together. If you don't know it, both of you can go to someone who's a leader and ask all those questions. When teenagers ask those questions, it is a learning time for them. It is a time for them to grow. It is a sign of growth. Let us, make all those conversations safe, for them to ask with confidence, because we must know as parents, as Christian parents especially, that the first thing that we are is that we are examples for our children, for our teenagers. We are the first examples, and our goal actually is to raise disciples. So how are we doing that? How are we doing that? And finally, let them know who they are in Christ. Being a teen is that time where children begin to find who they really are. They begin to look for their identity. We must let them know every time and celebrate their identity in Christ. Their identity in Christ should come first before any other thing that they are doing. We must let them know that at all times. Raising teenagers, it is not the easiest, especially in the world where we live today. But with all these points that we put in place, it gives us like a guideline. It helps us to raise up men and women after God's heart. And I pray today, even as we put many of these things into practice, then we'll be able to see our children blossom in the faith. And of course, let us not forget to always pray for and with them. Thank you for listening. Do tune in again. It's blessing.